Good morning. Tori Medemo, Park Development Specialist for the City of Sioux Falls. Here today to give some updates on some maintenance projects that we'll have going on in the park system this summer. The first one I wanted to talk about was the Cyclic Bike Trail Maintenance Program. We targeted 3 segments this year, making up about 9 miles of our 19-mile bike trail loop. Those segments are a north section that basically goes around the airport and the penitentiary. A west segment basically along the levee going from 12th Street to Elmwood. And then the south section that goes through Yankton Trail and Spencer Parks. The work that we've been doing included crack sealing and a seal coat to prolong the life of the asphalt and to maintain a smooth riding surface. Work has been going on in the past couple weeks, and we've had portions of the recreational trail closed. But the great news is that the third and final segment will get done either today or tomorrow, depending on the weather, and the whole trail will be open other than the trail closure that we have for the railroad project on the west side. We realize this is inconvenient for users, but these interruptions are really important to help us continue to maintain a top-notch trail system. The second program that I wanted to touch on today was some parking lot improvements. We'll be going to 4 different parks in the park system this summer. 2 of the parking lots will receive our basic maintenance. Basically, that's concrete repairs, drainage improvements, patching, and mill and overlay. Parking lots will be closed during the construction, but parks will still be open to pedestrians. So the first park that we're targeting is Upper Sherman Park. That's just north of Minnehaha Country Club by 22nd and Kiwanis. Work actually started on Monday this week, and we hope to open the parking lot up by July 25th. The second one is Pasley Park. Over by Southeastern, close to 26th Street, just south of it. We're waiting until the baseball season ends for that one, so we'll be looking at a closure around August 21st, but it'll be a quick turnaround. We'll be trying to open that back up by September 1st. The other 2 parking lots that I wanted to talk about are getting some much needed and bigger improvements. First one is Legacy Park at 12th and Sertoma on the west side of town. We'll be almost tripling the number of parking spaces in that lot. We'll be adding lighting, curb and gutter, and improving the traffic flow through there. We have that work tentatively scheduled for July 31st, and that will go till September 1st. During construction, the parking lot will be closed as well as the restroom, but the park and bike trail will remain open, and we'll be supplying porta pots for those trail users so they still have facilities. The second location is Farm Field, and that's just west of Yankton Trail at 57th and Western, just across the street. That closure will happen a week after the Legacy Park project, so we'll be looking to close August 7th and reopen on September 6th. That's the same type of improvements. We'll be about doubling the parking spaces in that lot. We'll be adding lighting, curb and gutter, and we'll be improving the access to the canoe and kayak launch. We understand both of these locations are great access points for canoe and kayak access to the river. That's why we waited towards the end of summer when the river is lower and not as busy. If you're looking for canoe and kayak access during these construction periods, an alternative option is Rotary Park, just off of 26th Street. Basically, these improvements need to be done to accommodate the traffic that we see and the usage that we get for trailhead access and for park access. It's a $730,000 investment in the infrastructure in our park system. The general contractor is Blacktop Paving, and we thank you in advance for your patience. With that, I'd be able to answer any questions you might have. Okay, thank you. I'd like to invite Jackie up to the stage to talk about some National Park and Rec Association Month.
Good morning, Jackie Nelson, Recreation Manager for Sioux Falls Parks and Recreation. So we have 81 parks throughout the city of Sioux Falls and 29 miles of paved recreation trail around the city and the Big Sioux Greenway. One of our goals in Parks and Recreation is to work towards having a park within a half mile and a recreation trail within a mile of each residence in Sioux Falls. This is important because we know the value that Parks and Recreation brings within the community. It's quite literally where a community grows, which happens to be the name and the theme of this year's National Park and Recreation Month, sponsored by NRPA, or the National Parks and Recreation Association. Throughout the month of July, we are recognizing Sioux Falls and all the fun things that we do. According to national data, 84% of adults in our country look at parks and recreation when choosing a place to live. Parks and programming create community wellness hubs, promote economic growth, and enhance quality of life. Parks and Recreation also brings people of all ages together to engage and learn from each other and learn about the city. Programming, especially, facilitates the connection of individuals, families, kids, and seniors. Throughout the month of July, we've organized over 200 different experiences throughout the Sioux Falls community for residents and visitors to participate in. These events include Mondays at McKinnon, Storyland Children's Theater, the Senior Recreation Trail Tour, which is happening right now at Dunham Park, as well as the ever-popular hydrant parties. Hydrant parties started in 2019, and they're a great example of how community comes together and grows together. The first hydrant party of the season is this Thursday at Baker Park. These are neighborhood parties that happen through various parks throughout Sioux Falls. They bring kids together to engage with one another, but also they engage the kids with the community from a firefighter perspective and police officers. And within these relationships, we're building a better, positive community. We also introduce participants to the mobile recreation unit as well as libraries. The concept is cool, but the impact is so much bigger. That being said, we couldn't do these programs at over 200 experiences without our community and our staff. The Parks and Recreation Department has 80 full-time employees, which we will celebrate on the 21st of July for National Park and Rec Professionals Day. We also have hundreds of additional part-time employees and seasonal workers that help do the job every day. Our employees are organizing programs, cutting grass, maintaining aquatic facilities, planting flowers, and strategizing future developments to continue to create these positive gathering hubs throughout the day and throughout our city. To celebrate Park and Recreation Month, we also have a couple special specific programs that I'd like to highlight. The first is our temporary pop-up park down on Phillips Avenue at the plaza next to the diner. This is a great way where we can create a green space in an urban area. Additional programming will be happening through the month of July down at that space, and the best way to find out when these pop-up programs will be happening is through our Sioux Falls Parks and Recreation social media pages. We also have a challenge going on right now for the month of July, where we can really revisit parks within our community. This challenge is called 4 Parks, 4 Weeks. To sign up for this challenge, go to siouxfalls.org/SFPR-month. By doing so, you'll receive a challenge every week of the month. As you participate in these challenges, take a photo and then share that photo of you completing the challenge on social media using the hashtag SFPR-month. Each post with that hashtag will be entered into a grand prize drawing, which will include, as one full prize, a private golf cart tour with a giraffe feeding at the Great Plains Zoo, a portable Blackstone grill, as well as an all-access ski pass at Great Bear. These programs are fun, but they also connect our community to nature, provide equitable access to fitness, strengthen relationships, and can improve physical and mental health. We look forward to helping our community grow throughout this continued investments in programming, developments, and parks. So happy National Parks and Recreation Month, and with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions. And with no questions, I thank you all for being here today.